You guys gotta love the countdown. Folks. Welcome to Nino's Corner.tv. We're picking up the pace. We're kicking it in high gear here. A lot going on with Mike Johnson. Is he a traitor, or are they using him as good cop, bad cop? I talked to 𝗬𝗏 about this for a very long time yesterday, and it looks like, I don't know, it's kind of like trading cards. Look at it as baseball trading cards. What kind of deal are we going to work here, Liz Cheney? It doesn't look like there's going to be any deal at all. And I'm going to get into this more today, folks. You can Venmo me, 𝗑-ROD1977, 𝗑-ROD1977. If you appreciate me, I appreciate you. Every little contribution on Super Chat or on this goes straight to the show for people like Alex. I want to keep bringing you the news before it's news, giving you the inside scoop on the deep state, the war on the deep state. That's what I'm all about here. That's what my channel is about, and some conspiracy stuff here and there. Yeah. All right, folks. When the lights go out on Amazon, you know I wrote this book on my iPhone. In 1 month. No ghostwriter, nothing. And then my mama's book, the same thing. Well, she didn't write it on her iPhone. In fact, what am I saying? The same thing. My mom wrote. She had to try to top me, so she saw that I wrote a book, so she had to write a book too. And believe me, this is her last book. So please leave an honest review for her. It's been, you guys know my family situation. It's been really, really, really tough with my mother and my father. Folks, the 26th today, I'm sober 5 years and 3 months, baby. Yeah. 5 years, 3 months. I got to tell you, folks, just a little advice. If you're looking on quitting a vice or drinking or whatever, make a statement. You know, like how I did it. I think what I did was, I think the best way I did it was I made an exclamation point. I put the beer down in the middle, in the bar when I was drinking, and I walked out of the bar and said bye to everybody, and I never went back. Maybe if you're trying to look to quit a vice or something like that, maybe make a statement. Maybe get all your pills, throw them down the toilet, say I'm doing it here, make a statement, burn them. I don't know, go outside and light a fire, burn all the beer, burn all the pills, whatever you got going, just burn it. Burn it down. Yeah. That's how I do things. I don't know. Make a statement, baby. Yeah. Folks, get your red light therapy now. Once you start quitting your vices, you can start getting healthy. And I say red light therapy is the way to go. Use code Nino. The description is down below. Folks, what if I told you that groundbreaking studies have uncovered a therapy so powerful? It's helping people achieve what is once thought impossible, from reversing biological aging to melting away stubborn fat. It does all this. From regulating thyroid function to calming overactive immune responses, all the way down to achieving the big C. You know, when I say the big C, what that means? The big C remission. It's true. I can't say certain things on here. In a 413-person study, patients using this therapy were 4 times more likely to achieve complete remission from the big C. In another clinical trial, 9 out of 10 autoimmune patients saw significant symptom relief. The secret, a revolutionary technology that recharges your cells' mitochondria, the powerhouse behind healing. Red Life Therapy has the most advanced systems that use dual LED technology, delivering 2 healing wavelengths at once, giving you double the results in 1 session. Go down on the link below, hit it, use code Nino, and you'll get, I don't know if it's 10 or 20% off, I'm not sure, but get down there and get some red light therapy, folks. Folks, I got some really powerful videos coming up. I'm going to set the ghetto timer because I still have some ghetto things here. The ghetto timer, ooh, that's too long. We'll do it right there. Ghetto timer is on. It's a fucking microwave timer. Anyway, I have Bo Pony talking about this. This is crazy because he hits me up and he's like, we got to cover this. The deep state's putting this out on purpose. And you guys remember the Time magazine with Trump in the golf cart where he's in the sand pit? Well, I think the same type of thing's happening here. The Simpsons have predicted Donald Trump's death April 12th, 2025. Now, a lot of you are going to roll your eyes and say, whatever. No, I don't believe that stuff, Nino. I know, but it's predictive programming. They put that stuff out on purpose. So, Bo Pony and I talk about that. That's going up tomorrow. Tonight, though, I'm going to put 𝗬𝗏 up on YouTube and Nino'sCorner.tv. It's important you listen to this one. What is Mike Johnson really doing? Is he coming to the aid of Liz Cheney and the UNCENSORED committee? Kind of looks like it. Is he a traitor, or is he playing good cop, bad cop? 𝗬𝗏 talked about all that and more on Nino'sCorner.tv. That's going up tonight, along with a YouTube video. So YouTube video Juan YouTube video is going up tonight on YouTube, and then also on Nino'sCorner.tv, and 𝗀𝗶𝗀 tomorrow, talking about prophecy and prediction of The Simpsons, which The Simpsons, if you know this, have predicted a lot of things, predicted programming. So it's a stellar show. So something going to happen April 12th, 2025. Well, 𝗀𝗶𝗀's been talking about April for a long, long time. And it ain't just about Easter bunnies, okay? Folks, Telegram or Spotify, Nino's Corner, Telegram, Nino's Corner, Getter, Nino's Corner, Truth Social, David Rodriguez, Boxer, and Rumble. I like to say Rumble. Nino Boxer, Nino's Corner. Jeez, Nino's Corner. Everything's basically Nino's Corner. Instagram and TikTok, Nino'sCorner.tv. X is Nino Boxer, though. X is Nino Boxer. Patriot, PatriotWear.com. You get this Trump shirt. It's the mugshot. I wear this around, and people look at me, and they go, wow, that guy's a serious Trump supporter. He's so serious, he probably knows what's going on. Here it is, folks. PatriotWear.com. Get over there, order some gear. Also, folks, Nino'sCorner.tv is fire. I have the Daniel and Derek Salter coming on tomorrow, Cosmic Clearance, talking about their grandfather on his deathbed that basically told him everything and wrote the book, A Life with Cosmic Clearance. You can ask all your questions. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow, 5 p.m., Nino'sCorner.tv. Get signed up on the General's Tent today. You're going to want to ask questions because I got a feeling more UFO stuff's coming out. It's going to be coming. UAPs, all that stuff. What we saw before was a warm-up. They were testing the waters. What's coming now that 𝗀𝗃 Patel has talked about major arrests, you're going to see a lot more distractions and scandals. It's all coming. First, even starting with the Signal app. Remember the Signal app that's been on the news? Talking about, he's sharing war secrets. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get into that in a second. There's a reason for that. Trump is not dumb. That was done on purpose. So, JJ Carroll's up on Nino'sCorner.tv right now talking about the border issues, why we need military to intervene now and just do mass deportation is what he's saying. 𝗬𝗏's going to be up tonight. It's epic. It's about an hour and some change long. 𝗀𝗶𝗀 coming up tomorrow. Dr. Simone Gold is coming on. Gene Decode's coming on. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to turn it down or turn it up, baby. Yeah. And folks, be interactive in the chat. Come on. I do a lot for you here. All right, folks, you might want to turn it down or turn it up. Oh, and 𝗬𝗏 will be the general in the General's Tent April. Lots to look forward to in the General's Tent. So here we go, folks. Oh, Mr. David, do you want some toallas? Coming at you live for the apocalypse. Oh, baby, yeah, smack that ass. All right, let's have some fun today. Yeah, I know. He's so crazy. I got to say, lots of scandals are coming for Trump. They're going to try to get ahead of this. They have no choice. Their lives depend on it. Literally. Their lives depend on this. And get ready for scandals and distractions like UFOs and Russia. Although I happen to know 𝗀𝗃 Patel knows everything about the Russia. And when he says something like major arrests, he means it. So as the J6 Unselect Committee pardons become, void and obsolete due to the auto pen, you got to understand one thing. Whenever you do a certified signature, you have to say where you're at and what time. Can't be done digitalized. And I think Biden was in the Bahamas golfing. So was he in D.C.? Doesn't look like it. So it would make those pardons void. void. And now they're worried. They're really, really worried. And I'm hearing all the background chatter. So who authorized the signature in D.C.? Someone did without any authority, obviously. This is massive fraud. Massive. Which makes the pardons obsolete. They're not protected anymore. And now they know they're in deep shit. Something tells me this has to do with a lot of, it has to do with SES, folks. And if you know about SES, if you want to learn about it, Juan talks about it extensively on ninoscorner.tv. He talks about it extensively. So here comes Mike Johnson to the rescue, picking a side, thus exposing himself as well. Does this make sense to you? Doesn't this guy know there's an operation going on? I think he does. And I think he's playing good cop, bad cop. Or he's just being used for a poker bluff. Johnson wants Republicans to stop investigating the former January 6th committee, including former GOP Liz Cheney, and narrow its focus, according to three sources familiar with the negotiations. As the Democrats and rhinos play defense, Trump flirts with the case with the idea of signing an executive order to end sanctuary cities. This is on top of all this. He's going all in on the offense, folks, all in. Let's just remember, we know that judges will try to block all of this. Let's also remember that Trump has designated the cartels as terrorist organizations. So any judge that attempts to stop this will automatically be under some kind of investigation. In my mind, it's like voluntarily raising your hand and saying, hey, shine a light on me. I'm right over here. Go ahead, shine a light on me. Yeah, I want to stall everything. I want to drag this out. Oh, wait, what? Oh, they're a terrorist organization? Oh, does that mean you're going to look right up my ass? Yeah, it does. I just love the boomerang. I'm sorry, folks. I love the boomerang. They're all squirming. They're not sleeping at night. They're terrified. And I love it. And I love it. So the Democrats are not easily giving up, though, and we know this. They now believe they have found a new way to create a new scandal for Trump, and they're going to look through every nook and cranny and crack they can to get some kind of scandal, believe me. And I think they feel they found one. They're hoping this will lead to maybe some investigations, maybe potentially an impeachment. They don't know. They're hoping. They're really grasping for straws, but I'm telling you, folks, nothing will work. Nothing's going to work. Senate Democrats, Trump CIA director clash over signal leak. Senate Democrats are calling for further investigations and possible resignations following news that top national security officials texted military plans to a group chat that included Jeff Goldberg, the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic magazine. Now, do you think Trump would be that dumb? Because he's not. I'm telling you that right now. He knows what he's doing, folks. He knows exactly what he's doing. But President Donald Trump downplayed reports that 18 senior administrative officials texted attack plans for military strikes in Yemen to a group that in chat in a secure messaging app known as Signal that included Jeffrey Goldberg, editor-in-chief of The Atlantic. You guys really believe he would do something that dumb? What's he doing here? What's he planning on doing here? President Donald Trump downplayed all of this. Trump said that the National Security Advisor, Mike Waltz, who appeared to add Goldberg in the chat, mistakenly is doing his best and shouldn't apologize for this error. And the Democrats are all over this, saying it's a massive error, and they want to bring in investigations. Senator Adam Schiff is calling for every member of the Trump administration to be fired over their actions that jeopardize the mission in Yemen. Adam Schiff, old shifty Schiff, huh? Old shifty Schiff. Top intel officials claim no classified information was shared in group chat with journalist, National Intelligence Director 𝗀𝗂𝗶𝗹 and CIA Director John Ratcliffe, both downplayed the mishap at a Senate Intelligence Committee hearing. I don't know if you guys have been watching this. President Donald Trump top intelligence officials claimed Tuesday that they did not share any classified materials in a group text about U.S. military plans that inadvertently included a journalist. National Intelligence Director 𝗬𝗪cie 𝗂𝘁 and CIA Director John Ratcliffe both downplayed the mishap at a contentious Senate Intelligence Committee hearing a day after the Atlantic's Jeffrey Goldberg reported that he had been added to a text thread about U.S. military plans to strike Houthi militias in Yemen. Do you think really they would be that dumb? Because they're not. Because they're not. And Juan goes into this on the podcast tonight, and I'm going to be putting it up tonight. The incident has raised questions about the Trump administration's handling of classified information, as well as its use of the encrypted messaging application Signal and other electronic communications. In testimony, Ratcliffe acknowledged he was on the text chain, but said it was lawful. Plus, Trump can say whatever he wants. He can put it out anywhere he wants as well. He said the Signal app was loaded on his work computer at the CIA when he started the job and claimed it was permitted as a communication tool for work purposes. He did not address whether it was appropriate to share detailed military plans on Signal. Trump's national security officials used Signal to coordinate plans for airstrikes on Signal. Now, a lot of people tell me to get on Signal. I don't know. Alex, do you use Signal?
You know, I used to have it on my phone a few years ago, but I don't have it anymore. So
I don't trust any app. I think if they're apps, you can't trust them, period. What makes anybody think they can trust the Signal app?
The phone itself is like listening to you and connected, like regardless of the app.
Alexa, dude. That's how AI is learning humanity, and it's going to destroy us. Alexa is going to be like, that's public enemy number one right there, Alexa. You don't think the NSA and CIA know everything you're doing in your house? And then they got satellites that can zoom in on a fucking fly on your dinner table.
Dude, they're doing it. Yeah. The Signal or not, it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening 100%. So whether you Signal, go to Signal. I have friends that tell me, no, I only talk on Signal. I'm like, dude, give me a break. And you know, it's kind of the same thing as when I go through the TSA lines. I don't voluntarily take the picture because I feel like that's my right, but I know they're watching me, dude. I mean, I get it. You know, they probably know every detail of my face, whatever, but I'm not gonna voluntarily give them what they want.
You don't get to do that thing where you stick the hands up?
I do. You know, I used to opt out for the pat down, but I really got sick of them groping me, dude.
I was gonna say, dude, I got my just straight up groped the one time.
And they don't even buy me dinner.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, wine and dining a little bit. What the fuck?
Oh boy, man. So White House rejects report that officials texted war plans to a group that included journalists. In a social media post, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt said war plans were not discussed and that no classified material was sent to that thread. She said the counsel's office has provided guidance on different platforms that Trump's top officials can use to communicate safely and efficiently. Leavitt reiterated that the National Security Council is looking into how a telephone number for Jeffrey Goldberg, the Atlantic magazine's editor-in-chief, was added to the thread. I don't think they would make this big of an accident, but who knows? She said obviously if you talk to Juan, he tells you exactly what's going on. Go to ninoscorner.tv for that one. She said U.S. military strikes against Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen were successful. Terrorists were killed, and that's what matters the most to President Trump. Trump's team speaks fury with sickening choice of emojis. So sparks fury. He sparks fury. They were using emojis, folks. When they were talking about airstrikes, they're using emojis for the war plans in leaked Signal chat. The use of emojis in a leaked Trump administration group chat discussed strikes on Houthi targets has sparked outrage among Democrats, with accusations that officials made light of the sensitive topics being discussed because they used emojis. I would pay anything to see what these emojis look like, just to be honest. I would love to see it. I would love to see the emojis. Oh, man. All right, folks. Atlantic editor threatens to release more war plans text after being included to group chat. The Atlantic editor who published some of the war texts from Donald Trump's administration is considering releasing more of the group chat. So are you kidding me? This guy has the balls to do this? You're really going to do this? I wouldn't do it. Jeffrey Goldberg, the magazine's editor-in-chief, told Tim Miller on the Bulwark podcast his team is mulling over releasing the full trove of Signal app messages. I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it. I guarantee you, you do something like this, your life is going to get turned upside down, fella. Upside down. Go for it. Test them. Do it. I'd love to see you try to do this. But just because they're irresponsible with material doesn't mean that I'm going to to be irresponsible myself, Goldberg said. So Goldberg made the jaw-dropping revelation on Monday that Trump's national security team had added him to a top-secret chat about military strikes in Yemen. So what do you think, folks? What do you think? I think this was done on purpose for a reason. Speaker Mike Johnson and the Republicans are at odds over January 6th investigation. So this is really what I want to talk about today right here. Mike Johnson, do you trust him? Do you not trust him? Put it in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are on Mike Johnson. Do you think he's playing good cop, bad cop? Republicans are at a standstill over their investigation relitigating the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol, with House Speaker Mike Johnson and the Republican leading the effort disagreeing on how to move forward. Johnson wants Republicans to stop, okay? He wants them to stop investigating the former January 6th committee, including former GOP Liz Cheney, and narrow its focus, according to 3 sources familiar with the negotiations. But GOP Rep. Barry Loudermilk, who has been tapped to helm the probe, would prefer a broader mandate, a position backed by some officials at the White House. President Donald Trump told Johnson before he took office that he wanted this investigation to be a priority. Now, we all know what really happened on January 6th. We all know. My audience knows exactly what happened. So for them to play dumb and act like this and say, we already did the investigation, he's covering for them. Or is he playing good cop, bad cop? Because I don't think he could be that stupid. Everyone there knows what really happened. They know what's really going down, and they know their asses are in big, big trouble, like never before seen trouble. So why is Mike Johnson protecting them? Give me your thoughts down below. Put your thoughts down below in the chat. And folks, I'll take one phone call at the end of the show if there is someone who has the balls enough to disagree with me that Trump is an operation. But you got to be very careful. Be very, very careful what you say on the phone calls. That's all I ask. If I'm going to play Russian roulette with you guys, at least have the courtesy to be careful with the words you drop on my program. So Mondays is going to be gift card giveaway Mondays. Every Monday we're going to give away 4 gift cards. Wednesdays, I guess we're just going to call it whatever Wednesdays. Whatever Wednesdays. And then Fridays are going to be call-ins. So on today's whatever Wednesday, I want to be kicked in the nuts. I want someone to call in today, baby, that disagrees with me on Trump completely. I don't know, maybe phone a friend, call a liberal friend. I don't know. But I really want you to hand my ass to me, okay? I want you to just give it to me. If you don't like Trump, let me know why. I'm willing to hear it all on this broadcast, folks. I welcome them all. I was born a fighter. I am a fighter, and I'll continue to be a fighter my entire life. I ain't scared of any confrontation. All right, Alex, so put the link up there. Only if someone disagrees with me and does not like Trump and does not believe he is an operation.
Okay.
I really want him to hand my ass to me.
All right. We'll get the link out there. Yeah.
The link is up, man.
Only controversial callers. Yeah.
Only a controversial caller. Only a caller that really wants to kick me in the nuts, you're the only one allowed to call in, okay? And I can understand if you don't want to show your face. I get it. But if you are going to call in, just be respectful to the channel in the sense that even if you hate me, whatever, just don't try to bomb my channel, okay? That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, it wouldn't work anyway. Like, we'll edit the video out if you do try to do that. It's just stupid. It's like, now's your opportunity to actually speak your mind and say your opinion that you care about and that you're so sure about. So let's go.
Let's do it. Bring it, baby. Yeah. All right. Breaking. Trump signs a presidential memorandum requiring the imminent declassification of all FBI files pertaining to the Crossfire hurricane investigation. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh. More trouble. Oh, the walls are closing in. This is why, folks. Think about this. Russia. 𝗫𝗏 Patel claiming there's going to be major arrests coming. J6 investigations on this UNCENSORED committee and Liz Cheney. Uh-oh, what could go wrong? Everything. The walls are closing in. The vice scripts are closing in on them. Squeezing. Something's got to happen. They got to do something. And I got a feeling Trump's waiting for this. Whatever happens, we'll just give him reason to, I don't know, maybe bring in the military. I don't know. I'm just saying. Their moves are calculated. It's like Bobby Fischer playing chess. Any of you know who Bobby Fischer is? It's the same thing. That's Trump playing chess. Trump is Bobby Fischer playing chess, okay? Trump signed sweeping executive action to overhaul elections. It is designated to cut down on the number of immigrants in the country illegally who are on the voter rolls and would fully weaponize Department of Homeland Security data to ensure such migrants aren't casting ballots. The action seeks to include a citizenship question on federal voting forms and reduce federal election funding to states that don't take responsible steps to secure their balloting. So I agree with this. Absolutely. Who would not agree with this? I don't know if you guys saw my the podcast I put up last night, but I put up a podcast with Eliel Rosa. I think his last name was Rosa. Rosas or Rosa. Anyway, he's a legal immigrant that was at J6, going through all the steps properly, really trying to become a citizen. He even teaches the Constitution to American citizens through his ministry. He teaches the Constitution. He's really trying. So, but after January 6th, he was there as a patriot. He got caught up in the whole mess. They ended his ability to get citizenship. So now he's here really trying to do it again. Folks, go and watch that video and really help the guy. The guy needs a lot of help. Hopefully you guys can, I don't know, help the guy out. Maybe give to his Give, Send, Go. Trump has revoked Secret Service protection for Alejandro Mayorkas. See you later, Alejandro. Looks to me like, I don't know, maybe he's revoking all this stuff because very soon, this year is what I'm hearing, some clickety-clank could happen, if you know what I'm saying, folks. See what I'm doing with my wrist right here? Clickety-clank. Off to the Hooskow you go. Senate Democrats, Trump CIA director clash over signal leak. Senate Democrats are calling for further investigations because they have nothing else they can do. This is their last choice. This is the last big one for them, folks. Further investigations and possible resignations following news that top national security officials texted military plans to a group chat that included Jeff Goldberg and the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic magazine. So I think there's a reason here, and Juan goes into it on .tv on why he did this. He's baiting him in. And Juan goes into it extensively, and I agree with him. Trump says Waltz doesn't need to apologize for signal flap. Asked if Waltz owed an apology. Trump said, I don't think he should apologize. I think he's doing his best. Trump added that he thinks we won't be using it very much anymore. The signal, you think? Why? I don't know, folks. I mean, I leave this for you to decide. But I mean, I don't use. I know better than to use Signal. Okay, and people say, oh, you can put anything you want on Signal, dude. They're watching everything. They're watching everything. They know when you fart. Okay, we're already there. The AI system is already in place. Big Brother is watching all of us. I come on here every day on YouTube. You don't think they know what I'm saying? Come on. Walt says he does. What is that?
By the way, for the record, the sickening emojis were a fist, an American flag, and the fire emoji.
What?
To say it had been an amazing job. So that's the sickening stuff.
So like a fist bump type of emoji and a fire emoji?
A fire emoji and an American flag.
Give me a break.
Approval. So this is the sensationalist narratives and the headlines that we get.
This is what they do. This is exactly what they do. And they're going to try to have investigations over this. They're going to try to overshadow what 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃's getting ready to do. Bro, he's getting ready to go all in. And I've been talking to Juan about this. I've been talking to a lot of people about this. He's getting ready to drop the hammer. And they know it. And I think what Trump's doing right now is playing cat and mouse with them. You know, he just loves this shit. He loves to make him. Go ahead.
Yeah, for real. No, yeah, he loves it. We're early in this administration. We got like four fucking years to go. It's like come on.
Can you imagine how they're not sleeping. They're squirming. He's enjoying this process. Let the man enjoy it. They tortured him. They tortured him for 8 years. Let him have his man. This is going to be epic. Schumer calls for full investigation of Signal chat, while Thune says one is already happening. So this is what I'm talking about. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer is calling for a full investigation in the Senate, challenging Republicans to join in probing how national security leaders came to discuss wartime plans on a secure messaging app chat that also included the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic. Something just kind of tells me Trump is throwing him off the scent here on something else, getting him real busy on doing this so he can strike. It's kind of like a boxer that faints when you're in the fight and you kind of just faint, and then bam, you land that right hand. It's like that. I think Trump's fainting with this Signal app stuff, getting them busy, looking into this, getting them real busy to really go after Trump with this. And then Trump's going to hit him with that right hand, baby. That's what I see this. It's smoke and mirrors for Trump. He's distracting them. Go ahead. Yeah, look into this Signal thing. Go for it. It's nothing. It's a big nothing burger. And then Trump drops the right hand and left hook, baby. Bam. Gabbard's, well, hold on. Thune added that the Senate Armed Services Committee may want to have some folks testify and have some of those questions unanswered as well. The top Republican and Democrat senators on the Armed Services Committee have been discussing how to proceed with this investigation. So they're going to go all in on this, and it's going to go nowhere. And maybe that's what Trump is trying to do. Get him busy on this so he can land that right hand. And I think it's coming. Gabbard won't say if she participated in Signal chats on her personal phone. I won't speak to this because it's under review by the National Security Council, Gabbard said during Tuesday's hearing. Gabbard is one of the several top U.S. security officials who participated in a Signal group chat that included a journalist where information about an upcoming strike in Yemen was shared. Gabbard says she doesn't recall targeting details being included in the leaked chat. CIA director says leaked military plans contain no classified information. And that's what Juan was saying as well. My communications, to be clear, on the Signal message group were entirely permissible and lawful and did not include classified information, CIA Director John Ratcliffe told lawmakers during a Senate hearing on global security threats. In other news, Trump signs pardon for Devin Archer, former business partner of Hunter Biden. Maybe he has some important information. You got to think, folks, trading baseball cards. It's like trading, you give me this and I'll give you that. You give me that and I'll give you this. I think he missed. I think he was treated very unfairly. Trump said before he signed the pardon, he was a victim of a crime as far as we're concerned. Archer was convicted of securities fraud in 2018. A Trump aide told President on Tuesday that the tone and terror of the prosecution changed after Archer began to cooperate. There it is, folks. After Archer began to cooperate. Well, there it is right there. And serve as a witness against Hunter Biden. There you go. There you have it. Former President Joe Biden's son. Oh, this is getting hot. This is getting hot. Here we go. See, there's always a reason. There's a method to the madness, folks. Method to the madness. Colorado removes from its capital a portrait of Donald Trump that he called distorted. The portrait of the president by a Colorado artist that had been hanging in the Colorado State House since 2019 was taken down at the request of the Republican leaders in the legislature. Colorado Republicans had raised more than $10,000 to commission the oil painting, but Trump posted on his True Social platform on Sunday that he would prefer no picture at all over that one. I guess it wasn't very flattering. I don't know what this picture looks like. Is that it? Oh my God, he looks huge.
That's it right there. Yeah, it's definitely not a flattering.
You know, he looks like you know who he looks like, and I think remember Back to the Future, Biff in the future one when he's older. he looks huge, right? This is very unflattering. Very unflattering.
Yeah, for sure. It's apparently from 2019. I mean, they could, you know, it makes him look kind of fat and stuff. He's a big guy. Trump is he's a big guy, and
yeah, but I've seen him look way better than that, and that's I mean, that doesn't. Yeah. Right, I can see why he was offended on this one, man.
Straight up. Here it is.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
What this picture of Barack? I don't know if it's the
Is it
artist.
The same artist?
I think it's the same artist. So I don't know. Maybe they just need
the artist likes chubby cheeks, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
He likes chubby cheeks. Look at that. Can you zoom in on that? Let the people see again.
There it is.
Oh no, that doesn't even look like him, bro.
It's not a good.
No, that's a terrible picture.
It's like if you got to call it like a bad picture where you're like your face is kind of not.
Yeah,
the angle's not perfect. It's like
he looks bloated. Oh no. Yeah, I'd say take it down, man. Take that down. Trump wants to defund NPR and PBS. President Donald Trump says he would love to strip PBS and NPR of any federal funding. Trump told the reporters that he thinks both outlets are very unfair and very biased. All right, folks, time for the mid-roll. Do we have any super chats at all today, Alex?
We do have a couple.
All right, let me read this super chat first, and then we'll get into the super chats. Get your super chats in, folks, while I'm reading this. And I'll try to make this as painless and entertaining as possible. We partnered with Dr. Gundry, MD, to share this information with you, folks. Would you believe me if I told you inside your pantry right now is one of the healthiest foods on the planet? Yep, it's true, and it's not some weird, trendy superfood. Spoiler alert, it's olive oil. You're probably used to cooking with it, but there are countless ways to use olive oil to help yourself look and feel better. For example, olive oil is a natural way to help you achieve a more youthful appearance. Besides helping you look younger on the outside, it's a fantastic tool for your insides as well. According to Dr. Stephen Gundry, a famous cardiothoracic surgeon, nutrition expert, and health advocate, you should get as much high-quality olive oil into your daily routine as possible, whether it's taking a shot a day or keeping a bottle in your bathroom medicine cabinet. But what kind of olive oil is best for your health? Well, any olive oil can give you some benefits, but if you're looking to get the best result, it matters a lot which one you pick. The olive oil industry is huge. You can tell by the number of olive oil brands that you see in the grocery store. And you can bet they're not all made with the consumer in mind, and many brands may even cut corners one way or another to increase profits. When Dr. Gundry came to this realization, he was appalled. But some olive oils are so powerful, it may only take a few tablespoons a week to see these incredible health benefits. So how can you tell between an olive oil that can be a health booster and which one isn't up to par? In an effort to answer that question, Dr. Gundry has decided to take a stand and release his personal research and findings. The video has gone viral since its release, and it's important to see it now so you can start benefiting immediately. You can watch the video right now by going to getolive1.com/Nino. Click on the link below, folks, and get started. Get olive oil. All right, let's get to some super chats. Fickle Rickle. Thank you so much, Fickle Rickle. Fickle Rickle. For shizzle, my nizzle. What is this? Oh, what happened to canola? Is he talking about canolidine?
Colandine? I'm not sure what that is.
Pependito. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm sorry because I just don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, Wayne.
I don't know what he's saying to you. I don't know. 381 Trisha, thank you so much. Wow, thank you.
Thank you, Trisha.
Thank you. That'll go towards the gift cards. Will you please post Jaguar tent for I would, but there's some legality issues there. In fact, I'm going to bring her back on. I'm going to bring Jaguar Wright back on very soon. I think something happened with – did something happen with Ali Carter? Do you know? Can you look that up real quick?
Yeah, let me look it up.
I think she got attacked or something like that, and Jaguar Wright has been talking about that. So, yeah, I'll bring Jaguar Wright back on. I'm trying to get Ali Carter on. I think her name's Ali Carter. But anyway, she got attacked. I saw on Instagram and someone else was like, oh my gosh, someone tried to take her out.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, I'm trying to find a news article, but
yeah, so I will get Jaguar Wright back on again. Maybe I'll just do one for the Nino's Corner.tv subscribers. So I'll bring her on for Nino's Corner.tv for sure. I'm going to try to get Ali Carter, but something just happened with Ali Carter. So Johnson is a chode. I haven't heard that in a long time with you.
We got to bring that back.
We got to bring the chode back for sure, man. Johnson is a chode. Thank you, Nino. Great job with all the fantastic interviews on Nino's Corner. Bring the guy who sees the Bigfoots at Wolfman back on again. Oh, Steve from How to Hunt. Is that who you're talking about? Is it Steve from How to Hunt? Put it in the chat. I got to get him on. I'm supposed to be doing a show with Steve from How to Hunt, so I got to bring him back on for sure. Thank you.
I think that's the last one for now. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Is there anybody willing to call in and challenge me on Trump?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put the call-in link out on YouTube and on Rumble. So
yeah, you just call in. Yeah, and if you want to kick me in the nuts, go for it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. Take all comers. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Let's make this entertaining. So, Trump administration invokes state secrets privilege in case over deportations under wartime law. The Trump administration on Monday invoked a state secrets privilege and refused to give a federal judge any additional information about the deportation of Venezuelan migrants to El Salvador under the 18th century wartime law, a case that has become a flashpoint amid escalating tension with the federal court. So these judges are blocking him here, they're blocking him there. I've said this many, many times before on my podcast. He's going to face massive lawfare, but I'm telling you now, none of it's going to work, especially now that he's labeled them terrorist organizations. I wouldn't want to be a judge and do anything with that kind of heat. So I don't know what they're doing. It's like raising your hand and saying, hey, pick me. I'm over here. Investigate me. Makes no sense whatsoever. Damn, my glasses keep fogging up on me. Just in, U.S. government announces it will prosecute fraud uncovered by Elon Musk's Doge. This is all just the beginning, folks. It's all just the beginning. It's coming. So let's get to some, World War III news. In World War III news, Gabbard. China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea are top U.S. security challenges. Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, said China has heavily invested in stealth aircraft, hypersonic weapons, and nuclear arms, and is looking to outcompete the U.S. when it comes to artificial intelligence. See, this is where I get confused, man. I mean, okay, so artificial intelligence used for military means, okay, I get it, but for surveillance on the public, nah, I'm not with it. And obviously, I talked to JJ Carroll, and 107 brings this up all the time. the real ID that's coming. I think that's coming in May, and I want to know what you all feel about that. I am not cool with any kind of tracking anything on my cards. I know we already have it on our phone, and people just throw up their hands and shrug their shoulders and say, "Well, it's already like this, man." I guess what? I guess we're gonna have to wait till we get to the point of the chip in the hand, chip in the forehead. I don't know, transhumanist agenda. I mean, it looks like it's coming whether we want it or not, and I just don't want it to come to where we're embracing it. I don't know. I think there's a lot of trickery being used here, folks. I don't know. That's just my instinct. 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗹 also said North Korea remains committed to pursuing military capabilities that would allow it to strike the U.S. forces in the region or the U.S. homeland. Gabbard's remarks came during her testimony before the Senate Intelligence Committee during a hearing on worldwide threats to the U.S. These actors are in some cases working together in different areas to target U.S. interests, 𝗬𝗪ce Gabbard said. Well, we already know where this is going, and if you listen to Juanito, he still says he's still doubling down on it. We're coming into a nuclear type of altercation, and we're in a trajectory with China for some kind of kinetic response. We are in, folks, make no mistake about it, we are at war. We are at war right now with multiple enemies. Megyn Kelly, let's get to some Megyn Kelly news. Listen to this, folks. This sounds so ridiculous to me. Now, I used to not like Megyn Kelly. I used to not like her. I used to look at her and be like, whatever. But she's naming her new media company MK. Okay? MK Media. Does it sound like, does it sound too much like, because it does to me. I think she could pick, right? She could pick a different name for this, dude.
Wow, dude. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a dog whistle, as you might say.
Yeah, but I mean, if I was her, I would I understand it's her initials, but I mean, it's just too close. I mean, come on, MK Media. Every conspiracy theorist out there is going to have a field day with this.
Yeah, for real.
They're going to have a field day with this. So amid political creator boom, Megyn Kelly launches podcast network exclusive. The first 3 creators to join the MK Media, I can't even say it, MK Media Network will be journalists Mark Halpin, culture columnist Maureen Callahan, and influencer Link Lauren. One of the most successful hosts to jump on cable TV to the news and politics creator ecosystem is launching a podcast network of her own, and it will be called MK Media. I mean, I don't know, folks. Take what you want with this. I'm just gonna say every conspiracy theorist out there is gonna have a field day with this shit. I look at it and go, oh boy. I'm thrilled to launch MK Media and to use our platform to help share reasonable, good, humored people build their own followings in the new media space. So basically, man, this is gonna be a big money grab for her. She can make a lot of money doing this. I'm a huge fan of Mark.
Excited.
What's that?
She's ultra excited for this opportunity.
Is that what it says?
No, but that would have been good though.
She's ultra excited. Oh my gosh. MK Media, folks. I don't know. I think she could have picked a better name. She's obviously not too in tune with what people are thinking out there. Faculty and teacher groups sue over Trump administration cuts at Columbia University. Wow. The federal lawsuit was filed on Tuesday in New York by the American Association of University Professors and the American Federation of Teachers, which represent members of Columbia's faculty. The groups allege the Trump administration violated free speech laws, and federal procedures when it cut $400 million in funding for Columbia over allegations of anti-Semitism tied to pro-Palestinian protests. Tolerating that a Columbia risks turning over colleges into servile arms of the government, advancing only the political preferences of the latest president in order to secure federal funding, the lawsuit says. I'd say just hand it all back to the states, man. I guess that's what he's doing. The education department did not immediately comment. Columbia on Friday agreed to several demands from the administration as a condition to restoring its federal funding. See, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how my audience feels about this. Leave it in the chat, I guess. I don't feel like you should tell people what they can and cannot say. I'm totally against that. So this right here also raises some alarm bells for me on Trump. I don't believe you should be able to tell anybody what they can and cannot protest in America. Sorry. I'm sure you all feel the same way. Americans aim to block Trump's passport policy change. When Ash Ladarius went to renew his passport in early January, the organizer figured it would be relatively routine. But more than 2 months on, Orr is waiting to get a new passport with a name change and a sex designation reflecting who he is. The delay has prevented him from traveling overseas to receive gender-affirming care this month and in Ireland, since he refuses to get a passport that lists an inaccurate sex designation. Orr blames the delay on President Donald Trump, who on the day he took office issued an executive order banning the use of the X marker as well as the changing of gender markers. Oh my gosh. He is mad. He is just so upset over this. 25andMe, folks. Have you ever used it? Oh, is that a picture of him right there? Okay, we got to be nice. It's fluffy, yeah, so we got to be. I mean, you got to be like, oh boy, yeah. Remember in SNL, dude, when they used to do that Pat skit? Yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go with this. As far as I'm going to go with this, but I think people know what I'm getting out of here. Oh boy. All right, take it off. I can't mess with this anymore. All right, 23andMe. Nate Johnson, a U.S. Treasury Department policy advisor who exposed that 23andMe had been secretly sharing customer data with nearly every country. Have you guys ever used 23andMe or any kind of DNA, Ancestry.com, whatever? I would highly recommend you don't if you haven't. And if you have, you might be cloned. I don't know. Just kidding. He claims a hidden clause in their contract allows them to hand over user information and to shareholders, all of whom are pharmaceutical companies owned by Russia and China. Always has to go to Russia, huh? California's Attorney General has urged customers to delete their own data as 23andMe filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Jeez, I don't know. I'm glad I never used that stuff. All right, folks. Are you ready for some what the fuck news? In what the fuck news? All right, folks. The sudden surprising rise of beard transplants. Yes, you heard that correctly. The industry is the Wild West now. Demand for facial hair surgery is soaring. I bet you it has to do with a lot of like women that are transitioning. That's how I see it. I don't know. Despite the dangers that lurk in an unregulated industry, are the risks worth it for a chance to have a thicker, fuller beard? Oh boy. All the teenage anxieties that can take root are beard. One of them is beard growth or the lack of it. Was the one? Can't they just wait till they hit puberty? I mean, you might grow a beard. And what about hormone replacement therapy? You can take testosterone. I guarantee you'll grow a beard. You might lose it on your head though. Was the one that reality got to Vikram Arora? His facial hair was patchier than a drought hit lawn. And by the time he went to college, he was very self-conscious. So shave. You have older guys coming in with a bit of a stubble, and it was almost this guilty secret where I'd be thinking, I wish I could have that, he says. It was the 90s, and George Michael's sculpted goatee was everywhere. Aurora, who is 47 and lives in Essex with his parents. Well, there's the problem right there. He lives in the basement. Remembers being racked with envy as he admired Tom Ford's designer stubble in a photo in a clothes shop. At one point, he took to stealing his sister's mascara wand in an attempt to fill in the gaps of his beard. Is this really a problem? Is this really a problem? When Aurora started a career in finance in London, facial hair wasn't permitted in his workplace. But in the early 2000s, he says beards started to creep into the city as part of a wider outbreak of pogonophilia, love of beards. I don't know if I said that correctly. Pogonophilia. How do you say that, Alex? Pogonophilia.
Where is
love
it?
Love of beards. Pogonophilia.
Oh, yeah. Pogonophilia. Yeah.
Pogonophilia. The Love of Beards by 2010. Jason Stratham, 𝗬𝗏cie𝗂𝗁𝗍, and Claude and David Beckham has become beard guys at the point 3/4 to take that. Look, whatever. Point is, if you can't grow a beard, are you really going to take the leap and get transplants? Is that what you would really do? Is that the extent? I guess today everything's fake. Cheekbones, there's ass implants. Liposuction is like a minor thing today. Like you get liposuction, you looked at it as like, oh, okay, no big deal. But now it's like cheekbones. Have you ever seen these women with, and I don't know if anyone here has it, but with the ass implants?
The BBL.
Yeah.
Brazilian
I mean, dude,
butt.
they'll have like these skinny little twig legs and then this huge fake butt. And it's like, come on, man.
Don't do it. Yeah,
who started that? Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, I think so. But you got to have, you got to have some legs, some muscle there to add on to. It's not
to make
like,
it look realistic. Why not just get in the gym and do squats?
You got to. Everybody wants it quick. Everybody wants it yesterday. They don't want to, put in the work for even 12 months, 18 months later, 24 months later, too. Like you'll be your legs and glutes and everything will be much better looking if you do squats and deadlifts. Just be a little consistent and have a longer view of things instead of this culture of immediacy and like, oh, it's not working yet. On to the next thing.
Yeah, I mean, like Botox, fillers, nose jobs, butt implant. I mean, the whole thing. I mean, it's just like nobody wants to work for anything anymore. Like nobody wants to go to the gym.
Exactly. And they're doing it younger and younger too, which is like, save that stuff for when you're in your 40s and the looks naturally are starting to decline. Before that, use the collagen. I mean, go to Nino. Go to Nino's.
I can see the guest waiting in the back. He looks pissed. Let's let some people get on here. This guy looks mad. Is he mad at me? Nod your head. Oh, he doesn't even want to. Oh, this guy. I can't wait to bring this guy on. Okay, all I ask. Oh, he turned off the camera. Okay, so we're going to be bringing on the guy who doesn't agree with me on everything, and that's good. I want people to not agree with me. I pride my channel on that. I really want people to disagree with me. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your opinion. And it's welcome on Nino'sCorner.tv. It's welcome on my channel. All I ask is to play by the rules. Don't hit below the belt, in case of a knockdown, run to the neutral corner. But if you're going to come on here, just watch your language and watch, any buzzwords that can get my channel in trouble. But you can also take care of that later, right, Alex?
Yeah, we could do it if necessary. Though let's try to avoid it if possible. So, ready?
All right, let's go. Who am I talking to?
Let's bring.
Here we go, folks. All right, how's it going? Keys Haven, did I say your name right? Keys?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Now I can hear you. All right, go ahead, man. What's going on? What's your
Can you hear
beef
me?
with me? I can hear you.
Okay. Oh no. You're kind of choppy on my computer.
I think it's on your end, but let's just go for it. Go for it.
Hello?
Yeah, go for it.
Definitely on my end. Sorry, guys.
All right, so is that it?
Anyway, I just
ahead.
wanted to say, if you guys can hear me, I just wanted to say I totally agree. I just wanted to say I totally agree with most of the stuff you talk about. I think you're right to be wary of the direction Trump's in right now. He's got a lot of wolves behind him that aren't on his side. If you want to look into something real strange, you should check out your birth certificate and the 𝗀𝗏 number on the back of it and check out what a 𝗀𝗏 number is.
On the back of the birth certificate?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I thought you were going to disagree with me and kick me in the nuts, but I guess not.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, so look at the back of the birth certificate and look at the what number?
Well, I am kicking you nuts. I love you. Actually, you're great. You're like one of the real ones I've followed.
Oh wow! So that didn't. I even put the challenge out there and I didn't get anything. But thank you, sir, so much.
Yeah, oh, well. Thanks, Keith. Well, we appreciate the support, Keith. We were hoping, maybe one of these days we'll get someone to take the plunge. But that's cool. We appreciate the support too.
Well, we tried, right, man? We're trying.
On the very first call-in show, I remember there was one guy, and there was another guy that popped in, and he was like, "I'm gonna let this moron know." But then he wasn't.
Yeah,
then he get off. Maybe that guy could come back sometime.
Yeah, maybe he can come back. So, folks, share this podcast far and wide, please. It's best to share it among groups and stuff like that, but get this stuff out there. We're doing our best to be the news before it's news and make it entertaining. So I can't believe that what the fuck news, man. Beard transplants.
Dude,
transplants.
This is another symptom of the testosterone levels going down in men and young men and boys. Like, it's been plummeting since the 1970s because of all the soy, all the extra bullshit in the water and in the in the air, the heavy metals. I mean, it's just like down. Usually young men don't need a beard transplant.
Well,
you just need to
didn't the men in the 1930s have like a testosterone of like a 1200 or 1300, and now today it's like at a 200,
something like that.
I heard it's like down over 1,000 points.
Yeah, which is insane. Like, what? Like, you don't even. Yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around. It would make you think the whole way that you think, see the world, conceptualize, your worldview and what's appropriate and what isn't appropriate. Like, all of that is completely changed. And like that, They're like kind of fat little sausage.
Like they've never seen a day of work in their life, man. I mean, don't women look at that? I don't know.
They noted. They for sure noticed. And it's like, it's been holding too many like video game controllers and not.
Yeah, and then now they don't have beards, so they're gonna have little patchy beards, and like this is crazy. What's happening? This is like, if we don't turn this around, this is the end of our species, man.
Girlfriend's gonna have a bigger beard than them now.
Yeah, but you can just get your AI girlfriend.
Right.
That's what's coming. Exactly. And then they're gonna have an incubator to where you can get them pregnant. Watch, this is coming. I don't know what the future holds in 10 years, dude. Imagine 20 years from now, like how crazy this is getting. And that's why I'm saying, like, Trump is bringing in the AI and all that, but it's like, where does this go? What if this goes into the wrong hands? At some point, it has to.
Well, they're going to keep so they're building these smart cities now, right? Like Bill Gates is behind some of this, where they're building these cities that are going to be completely like wired in, all AI, everything monitored, cameras everywhere, they track. So they're going to be, on the one hand, ultimately safe, right? Like there's going to be zero crime in these places. There won't be any crime. But
so this would go with hand in hand with what happened in LA, the fires.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Right. They're trying to rebuild. Yeah, exactly. That's what they're talking about, rebuilding a smart city in some of that area. And so I think they're going to start doing this more, where there's going to be these smart areas or these certain cities that are like all 100% in on technology. And if you want to live there, you also have to sign away a certain amount of your rights.
So you're going to be giving up your freedoms and liberties for safety.
Yes. And then there's going to be the outside world where we're living like, like we are
People
still
be living in sewers and shit.
Well, yeah, hopefully not. Like we still have like we're living on farmland and we're living in the forest and we're working the land, and you could still maybe drive into the smart city to do something if you have an appointment.
I bet you're not going to even want to drive into there because they'll track every move and know everything about you.
Exactly. As soon as you cross a certain border, like all of your information is open. All, you've like agreed to be. So it's
you're not going to even. So we're going to coexist with these.
That's kind of what it seems like. There will be, I mean, they're talking about the, the Neuralink implant. There will be people that want to get that and that are 100% all on board from the beginning. And then there's going to be other people that are like, no, I'm going to keep, meditating.
I think the only people that'll want to get the Neuralink are, in my opinion, are the people that don't believe in God, man, and just believe like they're their own gods and they can, and everyone has a right to their own beliefs. But don't you see that? I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to tamper with what God gave me, and I don't know. I mean, I guess we're already doing it, right, with all this cosmetic stuff, right?
Yeah,
Think about it.
Yeah,
face surgeries, cosmetic surgeries. That's already leading to this. You're not happy with yourself, change something. Soon it's going to be the Neuralink.
Yep, and we've already been tampered with. Our genetics have been
be careful
harmed, and they're being harmed by the things and the additives in the food, and also throughout history, there's different things that have happened that have minimized the human potential inside of us, that divine spark.
But Elon's going to bring that link. He's going to bring the chip.
Yeah, and so it's either going to be take the chip but you can develop all these, this connection to be able to connect instantly with the information field. You can do all that stuff with your own soul and your consciousness. You know what I mean? By
meditation, praying,
prayer and meditation.
Connect right there. Yeah. And then I think these links or whatever will just connect you to the system, not God.
Right. Exactly.
So like have you seen the glasses, the Google glasses and things like that, where they're walking around where you could just see things in the glasses? I mean, is that going to be like when they put this link in your brain or wherever they decide to put it? Because it's going to do some miraculous stuff. You know that. They're going to have people are going to start walking that are paralyzed.
You'll have
it's going to do amazing stuff.
Yep, it'll be able to build nanotechnology, can repair cancer or different diseased cells and injuries in your body. Like little nano robots can go to the site, rebuild the structure, and then dismantle themselves and wait till next time.
That's insane.
But then again, that's not the only way that we can achieve that. These things can be achieved too. You don't have to get the implant. We can have technology like med beds where you're not necessarily, it's not inside of you, but you can go over to it and then be able to exit it and live normally.
I really do believe, especially with RFK coming in and Elon Musk now, whether you agree with this or not on how they do it, I think people are going to be living 150 to 200 years.
Yeah.
I bet you anything. And then age regression, with all the stuff that's going to come out, repairing the DNA, I bet you people can look like they're 30 their entire life until they're 200 years old.
Well, and this talks about this in the Bible. Like people used to live to 700 years old and things like Abraham, right? People were living what if that was how long people used to live? And at age 700, you just looked like you're 60 or 70.
Something hacked us, because there's a lot of junk DNA.
That's it.
It's not activated, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So something, it seems modified us, or to where we don't live that long. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, we don't have, our lifetimes are short. Even 70, 80, 90 years is not enough time to learn the lesson.
It's just not.
It's just not a lot of time. And then you go back into the, you go back into the
reincarnation cycle or whatever you believe in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe, I think for me at least, accepting Jesus Christ, I'm I don't. That's it's a trap door to where I don't have to come back into this cycle. Hopefully.
Yeah, but it can be up to you. That's the thing is you want it to be up to you and not,
It's going to be. I don't know. It's interesting, man. The future is going to be really interesting. And I don't think kids are going to play sports anymore either. I think it's going to come down to video games. It's going to be an avatar. It's going to be who's going to really want to go into the soccer field and get sweaty anymore? Kids are just going to sit there in their chair and do whatever they want to do and probably demand millions of dollars. People are going to watch it. Dude, the biggest channels on YouTube right now are gamer channels, not sports. Gamer. That tells you everything. That's where the generation is going. People like to watch other people play video games.
But this starts with the parents, dude. This is a parents' problem, and the parents now that grew up in the 90s and were big time gamers, now they're okay. They're like, oh yeah, I play video games with my kids. No, you're abusing your kids. Don't give them video games at a young age. Don't give them a screen. But you have to be an active enough person.
I bet you anything it's gonna stray away from sports, physical contact. It's already happening. Look what's happening to the NFL. It's getting more and more pussified. And then it's gonna go and then the next thing, people are just gonna be watching video games. That's gonna be the new sport. And it's gonna be kids just playing video games. That's where it's going. And people are gonna be like, oh, you play sport, you actually play football, you actually box, you actually fight. What's wrong with you? No one's gonna even look at it at all anymore. People are just watching the video games. You could do it on a video game.
Yeah, no, and I think and it might swing back. I think the pendulum will kind of keep swinging. It might be a generation by generation. Like Gen Z has been so much on the screens and the iPads and things since they were little kids. Now I hear Gen Alpha, the next generation after them, or maybe kids that are younger Gen Z, not older. Some of them are rejecting the internet and rejecting being online and kind of returning back to the way it was when we were kids, just playing in the meeting up with your friends.
I think this Generation Z scared the hell out of everybody.
So hopefully it'll have, we can learn some lessons from it, and there won't be too much of a negative fallout for Gen Z and other people, that they can come back around, and the generation after won't suffer from all the same pitfalls that we didn't know about when we were, getting new to social media.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm at least hopeful, because I really do believe we've taken the country back, but at what cost? Are we just handing off the keys from the dark to the light? I don't know. This stuff's coming whether we like it or not, folks. It's coming whether you like it or not. Is Elon Musk good or bad? I don't know. I just, that's why I'm keeping an eye on all this stuff. Is Trump? I believe Trump's a good man. I think he has good intentions. I think he really wants America to be great again, but we can't get away from, we're not going to be able to escape this technology that's coming. It's coming whether we like it or not. And that itself is what's going to change humanity, is this AI system, man. That's what's going to change the entire game, and it already is. Look how everything's changed since 2020, dude. We're always in front of the computer now. I do everything in front of the computer. I didn't know shit. I didn't know dick about a computer before 2020. I was like, oh, a laptop, I don't need one of those. I don't have any kind of corporate job or anything. Now look at me. It's just crazy. Let's take the last super chats, and then we'll see what we got here. Champ, I'm waiting for your new book. When the lights came on, my biggest fight, sobriety. Ooh, 3812 𝗬𝗏. Man, maybe I should. Yeah, but the thing is, if I do that, I have to seclude myself, go away into like I don't know. When I wrote the first book, it was on my phone, but I wrote it. I was dedicated. I took a month and some change, and I wrote it like I was in training camp. I just went all in, and I had to dedicate all my time. I won't be able to do any podcasts or anything like that. I'll just bury myself into my phone and really write the book. Maybe I will. Jennifer Brown, keep up the good work. Congratulations on your sobriety. Prayers for your family. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Ben. Jennifer. Mitch, Juan and the Ghost. Britt and Harbor 2. Thanks, Nino. You got it. Absolutely. Juan's going on tonight on ninoscorner.tv. Juan and the Ghost, Britt and Harbor 2. Thank you. Jim Cuthbert. Don't I talk to you? Wait, aren't you on my text? No question today, Nino. I'm intrigued by your upcoming podcast with Bo and the predictive programming topic mentioned earlier. Thanks to you and your team for all the great work. Keep it up. God bless. Yeah, I'm putting that up tomorrow. I already recorded the show. It's kind of crazy, man. Simpsons predicting showing Donald Trump in a casket, April 12th, 2025. Now, whether this is a real Simpson cartoon or AI, I don't know. That's up for you all to decide, but they're putting it out there. It's out there. Next question. Super sticker, Wendy Child, thank you. Lisa C. Deborah Tavares has info on Googly Earth. Get her on the corner. Very interesting. Thank you for everything you do. Okay, I'll check that out. Jessica Florentino. Hey, Nino and Alex, appreciate you guys. I was downloaded in 2011, and we are definitely on the right path. Earth changes will increase along with exposure of evil. God bless you. Great unveiling. Thank you. Good news right there, folks.
Good news. Brew on this.
Biblically, before the flood, the earth was surrounded by an icy canopy, firmament, and the Earth was a large hyperbaric chamber, and everything grew bigger, like the dinosaurs, obviously, lived longer and healed faster. O2 levels were 35%, not 21% today. Very interesting. I've heard there was like a vapor canopy that happened for Noah's flood, right? Boom. Is that, hopefully I'm right. That's what I've heard.
Interesting.
Yeah. I still think there's a firmament though, dude. I call me weird. I don't think we've been, at least not the conventional. I'm sure there's a secret space program and all that, but I don't know, man, dude. I know it's not what they're telling us. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, for sure.
I know that much. All right, folks, we're out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you Friday. Friday is Call-In Fridays. I'll do about 5 to 6 call-ins on Friday. Make your voice heard. If you agree with me, great. If you don't agree with me, even better. All right, folks, thank you. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the black sheep of broadcasting, baby. Folks, hit the red light link down below. Use code Nino. Get one of these panels. It's awesome. All right, Alex, we're out.